This said they were singing and praising God. Where did they get that peace from? They made a decision not to worry. Worrying is a decision that you make. What were the four that we did so far? God's presence. God's protection. No, I was one before God's protection. God's purpose, okay. God's protection. God's peace. Fifth, God's place is waiting for me. You know why I'm insisting on telling you that promised land is not heaven after death, it's heaven here? Because heaven after death is a real place, and heaven on earth is great. But there's nothing like the place that is prepared for us after we die. I need this verse, John 14, when I'm not saying I'm doing anything wrong. When things are right and bad stuff is happening, but I'm trusting in God, but sometimes it just gets a lot. Then you go to a verse like this. And the Lord tells you, let not your heart be troubled. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. We can experience the promised land here on earth. But make no mistake, we serve a shadow and a copy of the things which are to come. Sometimes you're doing everything right. Life is just tough. Life becomes, I would say, unbearable at times. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying in a complaining against God way. And an I love you God way, but in a to live as Christ and to die as gain kind of a way. Like, I'm serving you and I'm happy and I'm content and I never complain, but inside your heart, you yearn for the place of true rest, where there is no fighting. In those times, I need this piece of the promised land. That everything here on this earth is just the pregame show. It's just the warm-ups. And there is a place that is prepared for you. Not prepared for you, prepared for you. Not prepared for you. God is not going to put us in a room like this in a hall and say, first come, first serve, and find your seat, and sit wherever you want to sit. No. God has a room with my name on it. He has many mansions, and inside one of them is a room with my name, and my name is on the door. And it says, Abuna Anthony. And he is decorating, that's what it says, I'm preparing it for you. And he's decorating it. And he's putting up the poster of Michael Jordan, because he knows that I like the basketball. And he's putting up the little trash can hoop over the trash can, okay? Thing that I can play with. And he's painting it my favorite color. My favorite color? Clearly black. No choice. I have no choice. That's my favorite color. Heaven is not a state of mind. Heaven is not a feeling. Heaven is a place that our Lord Jesus Christ said, wait here, son. I'm going to prepare and I'm going to come back and get you. My kid Michael, he's 3. He just started school. Okay? Last week was his first week at school. Mondays are my day off. Tired, exhausted, I don't want to see anyone or anything. Last place I want to go is to church, okay, to see more people, but we have a school at our church. First day of Michael at school though, I'm going to be up early, and I'm going to take the boy to school. And I'm going to see my little boy with his little bag, and his little lunchbox, and his little shoes, and his little uniform, and he's going to march down that hallway, and he is going to, I'm also the headmaster of the school, we are going to announce, the son of the headmaster is here, all rise. I told the teachers, he better have some stickers every single day. Understandably, the kid was a little bit scared his first day of school. Understandably, it's scary. I mean, it's scary to go to school for the first time. Took the boy, and he was a little fussy, pulled him to the side. Said, boy, don't worry. I'm coming back, and when I come back, we're going for ice cream. We're not going to tell Mommy. You're not going to tell your sister Lizzie. Just me and you. And I said, trust me. You're going to be okay. And he wasn't happy that I was leaving. But boy, you should have seen his face when I came back at 3. what life on this earth is. God dropped us off. We need to be here. But school ain't forever. Life on this earth ain't forever. And I don't know, I'm not in my son's head, he's only 3, but I mean, he's like his daddy, he's probably very intelligent. So let's say all day he was thinking, okay, and what was getting him through the reading time, and the recess time, and the nap time, and the shoe tying time, whatever, was the thought of, my daddy's coming, he's going to take me home, get some ice cream. I need to have this thought, and I need to remind myself of this promised land. Because this gets you through the tough days. This gets you through the tough days. Some of us struggle with this. 2 reasons why we struggle. Either we're walking the wrong walk, or we have the wrong way of thinking. Make no mistake, there's some people who are walking the wrong walk, okay? I'm going to assume that's none of you, just because I don't want to end on a sad note. But the truth of the matter is if your life is not in line with Christ, then there's going to be problems, okay? And I wish there wasn't, but there is. I don't want to talk about that, okay? For the majority of us, the rest of us, we're walking, we're struggling, but we have an improper understanding of what it takes to get into the place. Because we don't understand the criteria, oftentimes we struggle to take comfort. Yesterday, and those who were attending the liturgy yesterday, okay, the readings of the liturgy were all about the end of the world and the coming of Christ. What I was speaking about in the liturgy is that when you speak about the coming of Christ and the end of the world, St. Paul says that we should speak these words to one another. Why? To comfort one another. To comfort. We should find comfort in the end. Why don't we find comfort? Because we don't understand the criteria. We have this idea. There's lots of ideas. One idea is the balance idea. Good on one side, bad on the other. Hoping that at the end the good outweighs the bad. It's false. Other religions teach that. That's false. And if that was true, none of us would make it. Another idea is like a long line, okay, and a list, and some people, their names are like on the right side, some people's names on the left, and you just come, you just hope, please let my name be on the right side, please, 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 please. Wrong. What's the criteria to get into heaven? Simple. If you have one sin that you've ever committed, you cannot enter. Now you take great comfort in that. That's the criteria. If you have one sin that you've ever done, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven.